Young and restless Victor pushes Kyle and Claire together. Please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up before the video starts. It seems like only yesterday that the young and the restless Victor was telling newfound granddaughter Claire to watch her step with Kyle. In fact, it was just yesterday that Victor said he didn't ever want to see the young woman used and abused again the way that she was by her crazy Aunt Jordan. Read the recap here. And yet, investigators examine black box from plane that crashed in Sao Paulo state. At the same time, the tycoon has inadvertently positioned himself to do exactly that by weaponizing Claire in order to drive an even bigger wedge between Kyle and Dad Jack. As it is, to stick it to his longtime nemesis, Victor is bankrolling Glissade to take down the Abbott's cosmetics company, Abbott. And he's opening a wound in which he can then rub salt by having Kyle run Glissade. But would either of those things be cruel and satisfying enough for ruthless Victor? Hell no. The manipulative mustache will want to also watch as the distance between Jack and Kyle grows to the point that the gap can never again be bridged. How better to do that than by marrying Kyle back into the Newman family? Always a puppet master, Victor could soften his stance on Kyle and simultaneously start to fill Claire's head with stories of what a smooth operator Jack is. Charming to your face, dastardly behind your back. Victor could build up Jack and Claire's mind as a less insane, but no less dangerous Jordan. To what end? When Claire listens to Kyle complain about his father, she will unwittingly reinforce his negative opinion of Jack and maybe even suggest that he's lucky to be rid of Dad's negative influence. Being related, she can say with a nod toward her own experience with Jordan, doesn't mean you have to stay connected. Sometimes it's better if you don't. Simultaneously, Victor will give Kyle all the unconditional praise that the brat thinks he deserves. You drove all the way to work? Gold star, my boy. You're promoted. You remembered your secretary's name? Gracious, you should expect a little something extra in your check this week. That is going above and beyond. You dialed 9 to make an outgoing call? Holy moly, are you ever on the fast track? Soon, you'll be gunning for my job. In time, Kyle will come to see Victor as a father figure, and the father he wished he had. Victor would be playing him like a fiddle for his own ends, but Kyle's ego would be so swollen that he'd never see it. And, of course, the final blow. Kyle and Claire's wedding, with Jack not on the guest list. I know you're furious with me. Diane might plead. But come on, your father? He may not be perfect, but you know he loves you. Unmoved, Kyle would tell her that he wants everyone who is important to him to be there. Diane would sigh, thinking that she's gotten through to her son. But she hasn't. That's why Dad isn't invited, and neither are you. Along the way, Victor will have to do some tap dancing to get around how ticked Summer will be that her grandpa is pushing together her ex and Claire. But are you kidding? Victor could pull it off with ease, telling her that Kyle only stole the spotlight from her whereas chance shines it on her. Relationships are like puzzles. It's all about getting the right pieces in position. You and Chance fit, my dear, simple as that. And so do Kyle and Claire, and Devin and Abby. It just took some pain to move Abby away from Chance and toward Devin, to move you away from Kyle and toward Chance, to move Kyle away from you and toward Claire. Little does Summer realize that the best part for Victor is how terribly hurt Jack is by everything. He's lost his son, personally and professionally. And thanks to Victor's deep pockets, Glissade is threatening to make John Abbott's legacy but a memory.